Hello, thank you for joining me today on the Lead Talk. I'm so excited to be in your space again. If it is your first time here, this is Dennis speaking to you, and thank you very much for coming our way. This is the Lead Talk, and here is all about your self development, all about your leadership development, and also inspiring you to be the best life ever. Now, here we turn failures into successful people, and also we turn followers into leaders. So I'm excited, and I will be coming your way every Saturday by 8 p.m. So do well to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my weekly videos that will be coming up. So, in as much as everybody wants to succeed, but of course, is obvious. Of course, it's very obvious that not everybody gets to see the realization of this fact in his or her life. Other people seems to get it right. Other people seems to get it easy in life, while others seems to toil, even at toiling, but then still not seeing certain results. Now, but I want to tell you that it is never meant to be that way. Everybody has the potential of succeeding. Everybody has the potential of making it in life, but there are certain attitude and certain habits or certain things that when you do, it will guarantee your success. And also there are certain things that when you do, they inhibit your success. So these are the things we're going to be talking about, things that can stop you from succeeding in your area of specialization, probably in your career or in your business or whatever you're into. There are certain things that if they're in place in your life, they can stop you from succeeding, right? So go on with me in this journey, and we're going to be learning so much today. So number one on my list today is lack of vision. Lack of vision. Now, what is vision? Vision is the ability to see the future. The picture of the future that you have in your mind is vision. Now, we all have the capacity to imagine. We have the capacity to see tomorrow from today, not with our physical eyes, but with our mind. Now, when you have the picture of the life you desire in the future, it has a way of guiding your steps today. It has a way of putting some kind of zeal into you to push through the future. Now, a lot of people live life either in your career, in your business, in the things you do. Once you don't have vision, you don't know where you're going to. You don't know the kind of life you envision, the kind of life you desire. You will tend to just go, towards any direction. Like it is said, if you don't know where you're going to, any road can take you there. And of course, you know that any road would take you nowhere, right? So any road taking you nowhere, it simply means any road will take you nowhere, because anywhere is nowhere, right? So you need to catch the glimpse of the future that you desire in your heart, in your mind, in your career from the beginning of the time you got a job, right? The first thing you should get is that you should design a vision. You should be able to create a mental picture of your future in that particular organization, right? Maybe you're into business, you're into baking. From the day you start your baking career, sit down and decide and then form a mental picture of the future you desire. Probably you want to be the biggest, baker in your city. Probably you want to be the biggest and the best baker in the whole world. Have the picture and then know what it takes for you to go there. Now, when you have it, it has a way of guiding your, actions today. But what differentiates people that take up a particular job at a particular time over a space of time, you discover that one person among them will be going further and will be growing in the ladder of success in the career they are into, right? Is that the other person sees a future and creates a mental picture of the future he desires in his mind, and then he's working towards it, while the person who does not have vision will just be lazing around, lingering around, just going by day, now not knowing where he is going to. Of course, if you don't know where you're going to, you can fall into the ditch. So get to have the mental picture of your future in your mind. It will guide your step, and it will put a whole lot of enthusiasm into you for the future, right? Vision also builds confidence in you. It also builds confidence in your own journey. How do you feel when you're going to a city that you're very familiar with? You go with a whole lot of courage and confidence, knowing that, oh, I know my ways around the city. But if you're going to a new place where you've never been to, right, you don't know how to maneuver your ways in the city, you go with fear in your mind. Likewise, the future you're going into is like a destination, right? Now, when you catch the picture of the future in your mind, what it helps you do is that it keeps and puts that courage inside you. So you're working as someone who knows the way. Have you ever seen a blind man walking? He keep lingering from one side to the other, and then he walking with kind of fear in his mind, feeling okay, I might fall, right? But anyone who has complete sight when walking, he knows that okay, this is the where I'm going to, and then this is the way to take me there, and he's very confident and very courageous while walking. So have vision, get to catch a vision in your career, in the area of specialization that you're into, in the area of your calling, in the area of whatever you're into. Just have a vision of where you're going to. That's your number one ingredient for success. The absence of it in your life will just keep you stagnated in life. Secondly, procrastination. This deal, like, is a big deal. Now, what does that mean? That means postponing what you're supposed to do now for the later. That's postponing what you're supposed to do at the moment to the future. Now, this is really a mirage, right? Because there's never the best time to do what you're supposed to do than now. Now, whatever you're supposed to do, always have time for everything. And then once it is time to get something done, just go ahead and do it, regardless of your feeling. Now, I always encourage people that when it comes to success, see, procrastination is never in the equation. Whatever needs to be done, just do it when it's supposed to be done. When you're taking actions, always learn not to consult your feelings, because when you consult your feelings, they will tell you that, oh, you're not okay now, let's do it later. And when you step into the future, you go later, they will tell you, oh, we're still not okay. So why not take action when you're supposed to take? One biggest enemy of your success, like I said, I'm emphasizing, is procrastination. Do away with procrastination, right? There is time for everything, and everything is beautiful at its own right time. So whenever you're supposed to do something, do it now. If you're supposed to read by this time, read now. If you're supposed to be in school now, be in school. If you're supposed to be in a lecture at a particular time, be in your lecture. Supposed to be in your business place, be in your business place when you're supposed to be in your business place. Of course, also when you're supposed to be resting, rest. When you're supposed to be sleeping, sleep. So do all your activities at the proper time that is supposed to be done. Now, one of the effects of procrastination in the equation of success is that when you postpone something to the future or to a later time, you will discover that you might not end up doing that particular thing. So now, when you go to the future, you discover I'm having a lot of activities to carry on, because what you're supposed to do now, you postpone to the future. How about what you're supposed to do later? When you reach the future, you now feel okay, this thing is just so heavy on me, I have a whole lot I cannot be able to cover up, and you discover that you are not giving your best. So procrastination will stagnate you in your journey to success. So in all that you do away with procrastination. Have everything planned out. What do you need to do every day? Day one, day two, day three, or this time, that time, and whatever. Just have what you need to do per time, and do everything that you need to do at its own right time. All right. So everything, like I said, is beautiful at its time, but when you postpone it, you might not end up doing it. So what are you supposed to be doing right now? What is in this phase of life, for instance? What are you supposed to be doing? Are you supposed to be a student? Be a student. Are you supposed to be married? Marry when you're supposed to marry. Are you supposed to, be maybe taking on a particular professional course or whatever? Take that professional course, right? When you're supposed to be at work, be at work. So in the equation of your success, try to do away with procrastination. This is one of the biggest things that inhibits or that stops the success of a lot of people, and a lot of people are victims of this. Of course, I think in my later videos, and of course, I'm actually working on a particular note on how to deal with procrastination. When you're struggling with procrastination, one of the things you need to do to help yourself is that tell yourself, what are the effects of me not doing this particular thing now? You'll discover that the effect is that it will pile up work for you in the later time. Another thing is that it will deprive you of this feeling of fulfillment, because there's a fulfillment that comes with doing something at a particular time and getting a job done. But when you don't do it, it keeps you feeling I'm not doing well. So do it now, and do it when you're supposed to do it. Another big deal that stops the success of a lot of people is convenience. Convenience, man, guys, this one is also a big deal, right? Convenience. You when it comes to success, like I said earlier, right? do away with consulting your feelings. If you really want to succeed in your work, in the things you do, in your calling, in your place of purpose, or whatever you're into, just do away with convenience. I've seen a lot of people succeed in life, but I've never seen any success story that has convenience right in it. So everyone who you've seen succeed in any field, they do the things they need to do regardless of how they feel. So do away with convenience. That's mean don't consult your feelings to do what you're supposed to do, right? When you're waiting for, I have to wait to feel like reading, you will never read. All right, you will never read, because come on guys, do you realize that oftentimes the things that will amount to our success, or the things that will add up to our life, are the things that our body does not always feel like doing? But should we always wait to feel like doing the right thing we need to do? No, we're not to wait for it, because we need to move our body, right? We need to move ourselves. Now I want to let you know that, right, convenience first starts is actually the thing of the body. But when it comes to your success, let your mind drive your body. Tell your body to do what it's supposed to do at the time that it's supposed to do. When it's supposed to read, right, whether it feels like reading or not, right, read, regardless of how you are feeling, regardless of how you're feeling, because your feeling will never be a good leader to you. It will always not dictate to you rightly. So don't allow your feeling to dictate to you what you should do. Always let your mind drive you into action. If you have something planned out, you have a goal you want to achieve, regardless of the convenience, whether the season is right or not, go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. So when it comes to success, again, learn to do away with seeking for convenience. In other words, be comfortable with doing the uncomfortable. Be comfortable doing the uncomfortable. That means you should do the uncomfortable whether you feel comfortable or not, right? So just do it with it, just disregard it, just throw it away. Convenience, it will never help you in your journey of success. Another biggest enemy of your success, as subtle as it is wrong company. Wrong company, the people you keep around you, right? I read this somewhere in a book. It says that if you hang out around 10 successful people, you might likely be the 11th. If you hang out around 10 millionaires, you might likely be the 11th millionaire. Now, the people you stay around is very, very important factor when it comes to your success. Now, check out around you. Now, when I say bad company, the people around you might not necessarily have bad attitude. They might not necessarily have, they might not necessarily be bad, kind of, right? But anyone who is not in the direction of your journey can be a bad company. You can also regard that as a bad company. For example, if you are a musician, your activities, it's not like you cannot hang out around maybe a footballer, but of course you know that your activities might not suit into, because while you're going for your music training, you want to be playing football. So the people you hang out around, surround yourself with people who are of like mind with you, who are going the direction you're going into. In your career, surround people that are in the same career with you, right? You can have other people around, but when it comes to your inner cycle, people who are into you, people whom you're into each other, let it be that there are people who are having the same mind with you, who are also going the same direction with you. When you're boarding a bus, right, the people you're in the same bus with are usually people who are going to the same place with you. Right? Likewise, in the journey of success, the people you should hang out more around are people who are going the same direction with you. So check out your company, because the people you live around, whether you like it or not, in their words, in their action, in their impressions, in the things you do, they have the way of passing subtle message into you. Because you see, your mind, what your mind captures, what your eye sees, right, and your mind captures it, it directs your life. So when you stay around people who are too negative, who doesn't have any dream for the future, vision for the future, they will kill the little dream and the vision you have in your mind. When you stay around negative people, you become negative towards life. When you stay around positive people, you become positive in life. So choose your company rightly. Let your company choose you. You choose the people you should put around you. You know, there are people that they just like to be with everyone. You cannot be with everyone, right? You cannot be with everyone because you're not going everywhere. You're going to a particular place. So get to be with people who are going to your direction. All right. So second to the last here, when it comes to the enemy of our success is selfishness. Oh, guys, selfishness. This one, everyone at one point in time have the tendency of being selfish, but in as much as it is more like a nature in us, we must do our best to do away with it. Selfishness simply means you always preferring yourself over others, right? I've seen people succeed, but people doesn't succeed because they put the focus on them, right? Mark Zuckerberg is doing well on Facebook because he sees people, he sees helping people, he sees making an invention that will help people, that will help communication, that will help people to interact, that will connect the world, that will help people do their business. So the focus is on people, right? Bill Gates in his business today, his product is helping people. So I have seen people, but a lot of times the people who are succeeding are people who have put the focus of their invention, of their dream, of their career in success. If you're a doctor, you're a teacher, whatever you're into, let the focus be on adding value. I realize that when you put the focus on people, people put the focus back on you. Do you get what I'm saying? When you put the focus on people, others, same people will put the focus back on you, and then you be the one to be celebrated. So learn to deal with selfishness. People also matter, right? People also matter. People also want the best, just like you want the best for yourself. People also want to live the best life. People also want to live a happy life. People want to be happy. People want to live a good life. So also, in as much as you're running towards success, also deal with selfishness. Always put people in the equation. In fact, put the focus on people. When you put the focus on making people's life better, they put the focus back on you, and later at the end of it, you'll be the one to be celebrated. I want to crown this all up by saying the last one. The enemy of our success is lack of mentorship. Guys, lack of mentorship. If you're in the African community, this one is one of our biggest problem. Lack of mentorship. We always want to blaze the trail, but it's really not like that. Learn to follow others, learn to model people. Lack of mentorship, that's get people that you copy, get people that you learn from, right? One of my mentors usually said that it is legal to copy whatever is good. Whatever good you see is legal for you to copy, right? So have somebody whom have succeeded in the path that you're going, and copy that person. Keep modeling the person, keep following the person, keep learning. It lessens your stress. It is said that the best teacher is experience, or experience is the best teacher. But guys, the experience is only the best teacher if it's not your own experience. Because I realize that a lot of people that want to learn by experience and they do not end up learning the lesson, they can die on the process. So get to know people who are doing well in your own field and begin to follow them. Get mentor. I want to emphasize this because after you've done all of these things that I've mentioned, if this one is lacking, guy, you will really struggle when it comes to your journey to success. So in the things you're doing, whether you ministry in church, or you're into business, or you're a doctor, you're a teacher, whatever, so long as you have a destination you're going to, look for someone who is already ahead of you in that journey, and then connect yourself to the person, learn the principles of the person, learn the lifestyle of the person, learn the habits of the person, also learn what the person does, how he handles situations. The more you learn, you rise higher. I realized that whatever you learn today, you will never forever be a learner or a learner in that field. You will one day be a teacher. What I learn today, tomorrow I can teach others. But when you don't learn anything today, what will you teach others tomorrow? You don't have anything to teach, right? So there is never a self-made teacher. Every teacher is once a student. So don't be ashamed of yourself when you're learning. If you must succeed, you must be an ardent learner under mentors, right? You must be an ardent learner. If I learn driving under you, for example, today, tomorrow I might teach someone how to drive, and I will never forever be called a student under you. I will just be a student under you for a while, and once I've, learn the skill, and move on, right? So whoever, whether you're biologically older than the person, so long as you admire the result that the person is getting in that field you're also working on, connect yourself to the person, learn. Use your money to learn, give your time to learn, right? Also give, your mental focus into the things you do, learning under your mentor. Guys, I hope all of these things that I'm saying, check out your life. The ones that are not in place, please try to implement them, because they are what will inhibit or kill or stop your success, right? So I just hope that all of this has blessed you. If it does, please guys, I want you to like this, and I also want you to comment, I want you to share, please, and also subscribe, hit the notification button so that we keep learning and keep growing together. Like I said, here is all about your self-development, leadership development, inspiring you to become the best person you could ever be, and also turning you from a failure into a successful person and a follower into a leader. I'm excited having you, and I'm glad, and I'll be glad to have you next time. Same